why she's here.
Well, is that the one that was on this, what is that website, or from Alice or something?
Topics.
I'm not that computer wise to know.
Who accepted the copy of the topics post and then distributed it to the entire council, and now it's in the file for the council. That's what I want to know, and how do I get a copy of it?
Yeah, we did download that off the internet. And
that's not what I understand. I was told that it was given to you by someone. I'm trying to figure out who gave it to you and who accepted it.
No one gave it to us.
So y'all were just surfing on the internet?
Someone told me about it.
Okay.
And so we went on that site, and there it was.
Okay. And you accepted it and then passed it out to the entire council?
Accepted it? What do you mean by accepted?
Okay, then you downloaded it and printed it and then distributed it to the entire council?
I don't think I did get to the entire council like that.
Really? Because Doug was really upset when he talked to me. He said that I'd slandered someone. Joyce was really upset about what I had said, which, okay, by the way, didn't say anything on topics.
Well, did somebody write that in your name or what?
I don't really know. It's topics. Does it matter? I want to know why it was accepted, and I want to know why it's a government file right now.
I don't know how it was accepted.
Yeah, it's not a government file.
Okay, well,
open on the web, you can pick it up just like you do.
Both Joyce and Doug Gauntt have told me that it's in your file. Is it in your file?
I don't know. I think I may have it at home. I'm not sure.
Okay.
It wasn't a letter from you.
It was not a letter from me.
If it was a letter from you, I got it.
No.
I think I got it.
No.
But if this was something I took off the internet, I take a lot of stuff. We take a lot of stuff off of there. Now, what happened?
You take a lot of stuff off the internet?
This was not a letter to me, so it didn't mean a whole lot to me.
Okay. It meant a lot to Doug Gauntt because he sat in front of my house for an hour and said that was the opportunity that I had to defend myself against those words and those slanderous things.
Let me tell you this.
Okay.
We got it off of that site, and I don't know what the site was, what the name of it was. I'll give you the name of that site. If you want it, you can go there and get it.
Okay, so it's not a government file that I can request?
No.
Okay.
They're not coming here to the city.
So nobody else on this entire council got it but you?
What?
Nobody else on this council got it but you?
I think so. I think I probably gave Dennis a copy or showed him mine. I don't remember which. And I think Joyce got either a copy or I showed it to her. I don't know which.
Okay, so...
You send so many, it's hard to keep up.
I send so many to topics?
You send so many letters, it's hard to keep up.
Okay, to topics? I send so many letters to topics?
To the council.
We're talking about topics on the internet, an anonymous post site.
Okay, if you want that, I'll try to get you that heading. If I can remember what it was, or we can think of what it was.
Did you pass it out to the entire council, or you just showed it to the entire council?
Did you put it on that website?
No, I didn't put anything on that website other than anything under my name.
Somebody's using your name and your something other. I don't know.
There you go, right there. Anyway, so, Mr. Gauntt, you raised your hand.
Yeah, I need to interrupt you there a second. Let you back up a little bit. I was called down to your place by Mr. Mateo. He called me and said, Mr. Gauntt, can you come down to Liz Miller? She's going to have the city engineer up there and several other people, and she wants to talk about the road. I said, okay. I called Dennis Viet and I said, Dennis, would you like to ride down to Liz Miller? Or we're going to meet Mateo down there. This was on I don't know what day. Because I don't pay no attention to stuff like that. I just do, if I have to go help somebody, I'm going to go. But in the meantime, a representative of Mateo drives up right behind me.
In the blue truck?
I don't think you want to cover it.
Is your truck blue?
Liz, if you wanted to know this, you should have came out.
I should have came out in front of my house while you blocked my drive, because that's not intimidating at all.
Just a minute, can I finish?
Are
You bet.
recording this?
Yes, ma'am.
Is that legal?
Yes, ma'am.
Anyway, we were called to come down there as a neutral group.
To block my drive for an hour.
Huh?
To block my drive for an hour.
That's not your driveway, that's a city.
No, that's my driveway. I couldn't reach the road for an hour.
Come down there? I would have been glad to move. I'd have been glad to move if anybody would have come down.
What if I wanted to leave? Then I would just have to ask you to unblock my driveway? Do what? I'm sorry.
I said, we were told there was going to be a meeting for the city of Corpus Christi. That's the only reason we were there. Not to arrest you, not to block your driveway. We sat there for 30 minutes or whatever it was, and nobody showed up, so we left.
But everyone tells me that you were uninformed that federal law was broke with your property. You know when someone might actually, possibly, maybe get to the end of the road, but no one's familiar with Mateo Lara breaking federal law with city property? Because I provided the documentation for it.
If he's doing anything with city property,
Okay.
Liz, if he's doing anything with city property, how does that concern you? Maybe I'm on the wrong.
Because it was going to be a 6-foot change in elevation. It was going to flood out my road and my property.
Man, you've already talked with the Corps of Engineers people, and you've already called them lunatics and stuff in your correspondence, and you gave us copies of them.
I didn't call them lunatics. I called them incompetent.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because they were. I had to go to the engineer inspector general. That would justify saying
Do
incompetent.
you have any pictures that we can look at?
I've sent them all to you guys several times.
I'm talking
Sure,
about,
go ahead,
do you have
please.
any pictures before Laura done his work?
Yes,
So we can compare them. Do you have
yes. I
pictures-
provided those.
Do you have pictures before?
Yes, I have pictures of them changing everything once the Corps of Engineers made this local office redo their work.
How do we get involved? if
It's
you
your
have-
property. I can't get involved. I
He's
can't
not
get an
bothering
injunction on
anything
it.
we did.
Do what?
He's not bothering anything of ours. What concern is it?
He harasses me with your property
What concern is it of yours if it is our property?
because it's going to flood out my road and my property.
How do you know that ain't raining?
Because it's a 6-foot change in elevation at the bottom of a hill.
Is that
How can
any
it not?
concern of yours what he does on his property? No.
On his property, yes, it is. If it affects my property,
Has it
The
rained?
lake is
It's
already
rained.
filled up.
It hadn't rained in 2 years.
Well, the lake is already filled up, did it flood you out? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about a 6-foot change in elevation that you really don't understand because you never looked at any of the documentation that I provided.
Well, you were saying it's going to flood out your house. The lake is
Yes,
already filled up.
yes. If he changes the elevation at the bottom of a hill, and I'm at the bottom of that
How
hill.
come the Corps of Engineers and the City of Corpus Christi engineers didn't do anything about it?
Oh, they
They're the
finally
ones that
did.
did.
They finally did. Is that funny, sir?
What did they do?
They made him change it.
Change what?
The damage that he did to the Clean Water
If
Act.
everything's been corrected, there's no problem anymore, right? If you change everything back to where it was.
Currently, yes. But if you lie to the U.S. Army, I really don't think that you won't lie to anyone. What do you not understand about that?
Well, you said there was a problem, but he's corrected it, so there's no problem anymore. I don't understand that.
And you're missing the point. He lied to everyone. What is going to change that?
You need to write us a letter.
I have written you a letter several times.
If you think, now we've got so many, if you think.
Is it seriously that funny, sir?
Yeah, if you're doing double talk, I don't know what you're talking.
No, it's not double talk. How can you consider that double talk?
There's a 6-foot change in elevation that's going to flood you out, but he's changed.
Yeah, because I fought 14 months to make sure it didn't happen. I told you guys, please don't. I had an injunction put on it. I can't ask a judge to tell a city what to do. Y'all really don't get it, do you? It's just comedic?
If we were doing something wrong, the city, Corpus Christi, or the Corps of Engineers, we'd be getting a stack of letters in there. And we haven't got a letter one from them.
Okay.
Is that the way you see it?
No, it's not the way I see it. I see it that you didn't know where your property was. I told you specifically. Sorry, I was speaking first. I told you several times where your property was, and I told you that I was being harassed from that property, and I told you my
Now, you
property
bring up another
was going to
thing.
be
Let's talk
affected
about
by that
the-
property,
stay on-
and you wouldn't even listen to where your property was.
We have a map all in here. We know exactly where it
No,
is.
sir.
You
I
were
brought
instigator
this
of
documentation
this.
to you years ago, and I was told, bring me something legal. And the reason I'm here right now is because...
You still haven't given me a reason. Have you been flooded? No.
No, because I fought the Corps of Engineers to make sure that didn't happen. Do you not understand that?
What does the Corps of Engineers, they haven't wrote us a letter and asked us to do anything?
Because they made Mateo Lara do it.
Huh?
Because they made Mateo Lara do it. He was the violator with your property.
Well, if it's been done, why are you still...
Okay, well, since you're good friends with Surveyor Dove, did he not provide you pictures of all the Corps of Engineers staking?
We didn't ask for pictures. All we wanted was a road surveyed in the park.
You had
We
no
don't care about
pictures. You had no pictures to document your survey?
We don't need them.
We have pictures documenting that survey.
Oh, that, but I'm talking about pictures, you know, of the work and stuff.
Oh, no picture of the work, the picture where the property is.
Okay, anyway, the question that I asked was, who accepted the topics post and then distributed it? So right now, we're just saying that Jake Hoskins surfed the internet to go to topics to look up stuff about what?
I looked at, someone called us and told me that you had an article under this website.
Okay, who was that someone?
All right.
Is that just anonymous?
None of your business.
It's none of my business?
None of your business.
I gotcha.
Now, this is my city business.
This is your city
They called
business.
me and
This is my
told me
city,
that.
sir, and that's why I'm
I looked
here.
this thing up, and I found it on there. Now, this was not a letter from you to me. It was not a letter from you to the city
Right, because y'all don't read those.
of Lake City. So I don't know you anything. If you want to, you look on the internet, you find it, you can have it.
Well,
I'm not giving
that's
you
fine. The
anything.
next time that I have two councilmen apparently sit in front of my house for an hour, and then I call to find out why, and someone tells me that they won't talk to me anymore because I've slandered my neighbor's wife who had recently assaulted me, and then they refer to a document, then that makes it...
Why did they assault you?
Why did they assault me? Because I was documenting destruction to government property.
Were you on their property?
No, sir, I was not on their property.
Whose property was you on?
Lake City's public
I
property.
would like to ask you,
Yes, sir.
to please stay off their city property. I'm asking you for it to go down in our minutes that you have caused enough problem to the other residents.
I
They
have.
deserve to be looked after also. And you have caused enough problem to them.
What do you think that... Yes, okay. Since we're talking about problems to residents, yes, ask me to stay off public... Okay, Mayor Hoskins, you're saying stay off of public property? That's what you're saying. Liz Miller, stay off...
Stay off the city property.
Okay, public property.
Closed road.
Okay, so when... Okay, so who put all the concrete next to my property, on city property? You did that?
I did that.
You dumped all that concrete.
We can,
I did that.
to stop the four-wheelers from going through there. That's all we have.
You know that it was already stopped, right?
Is that any of your business where I put the concrete?
Yes, sir, because it
property?
reduced my property value immensely, yet it's my business.
The way your front yard looks, it's already depreciated quite a bit.
That's it, close it.
This meeting is over. Don't stay and argue, go right ahead.